Hello everyone, this is Sergio coming at you from Patio Frutal, the fruitful yard. Today we are having a Chinese fruit, which is also called a Chinese date. It's the jujube, which is this tree over here. And this fruit, it's quite tasty. I know there's a lot of varieties of jujubes, and most of them need cross-pollination to produce. So I'm going to show you what I have in my yard. And today's July the 7th, and I'm recording this video. Now I will show you what's going on with this plant. Right now, I'm going to get pretty close to it. All right, so we see these tiny flowers over here, very tiny, and they will produce a fruit that is almost like when you're eating like a popcorn. It has kind of like an apple taste, but it's not as juicy as an apple, but it is a different taste out of an apple, but it's just kind of like a sensation of eating a green apple, but it is lightly sweet, sometimes very sweet, depends on the variety. So this one here, I'll show you. This one is the Lee Jujube. Now, usually the Lee cross-pollinate with the lime. So I have a lime tree, which is out there. It's about 23 feet apart. So, like I said, you need cross-pollination. This one here is supposed to be a contorted jujube. Okay, so there it is. Contorted jujube. So what happened with this one that it doesn't look contorted. Contorted means that it has a lot of twist, kind of all bend all over the place. So what happened with this plant was that the rabbits ate the original graft pot. That's why you see that all of my plants, they do have chicken wires on the bottom. I don't know if you can tell on the videos, but because it kind of blends in. But most of my plants now, they all have chicken wires on the bottom to protect them from rabbits coming and eat your tree, because they kind of like to chew on the bark during the winter months. So it's one of the things that you learn, and that's why it's protected. So now that one is growing, but it's from the rootstock. So it's not a contorted anymore. It's just the basic rootstock that came with. So it's still there. It's producing flowers. You see right there, tiny little flowers. So just leave it there, because it still will do the cross-pollination with this other one. This one here, I have this one for about 5 or 6 years. It's about 10 feet tall. And this one, it's called the Lang Jujube. See, you see little letters in there. It says Chinese date. Sweet reddish fruit. So this one is grows about 2 inches long. Very tasty. It's fun to eat. Kind of like if you're watching a movie and you feel like having popcorn, but this is healthier than popcorn. It's kind of sweet flavor. Has a lot of good nutrients, all kinds of vitamins. And the Chinese people use this plant. They use the bark for medicine. They use the leaf to make tea. And with the fruit itself, they do a lot of cooking with it, even soups. So over here, I have another one. This is the 4th plant in this here. This is another Lee Jujube, like the first one. And this one also have little leaves coming on. And this one, the same thing happened. The rabbits ate this one. And right now it's just the bare root part that is growing. It's not really. So hopefully my leaf and my lawn will cross-pollinate, and we'll have some jujube this year. So there's 4 plants in this little area here in the front yard. And also over here, I have, those are hazelnuts. So I got 5 hazelnuts in this area here. So I'm gonna go to the backyard. I'm gonna take you for a little walk. I'm gonna go see my other jujubes. And one of them I just put in this year. And the other one's from the previous year, from 2021. So I'm gonna get there and we're gonna see. So you can see my kiwis in there. And so we're gonna go across. And we're gonna come to this tree right here. Now, this one here is only a year old, planted in the ground. So, as you can see, I have this plant tied down. This one, it came from the nursery. It only has one single root. So I had to tie it down so the wind will be not waving this tree all over the place, so the roots can get established and growing. So I did that this spring because I noticed on the base of the tree that it was from the tree moving all over the place. The hole was getting wider. So I tied it down to stop that movement, and has gotten quite healthy since. And this is the new growth from this year. That's a foot of growth from there to there. And so, but a foot of growth, this is a new branch. Practically, it's becoming a nice bush. And this one is different than the ones in the front. The one in the front, it was a lee and a lang. This one is called, I don't know if you can see, it's called Chansi Lee Jujube, which it should be a larger jujube than the one in the front. So, and this one is supposed to be self-pollinating. But I never go by self-pollinating by themselves. I believe that you should have a plant of a different variety in the same family, different variety, that should help them out with the cross-pollination. So what I've done here is I planted this little baby over here. See it? It's quite small. It's only it's about 15 inches tall, and this one is called Black Sea Jujube. It came from Burned Rich Nursery. So the Black Sea Jujube, it's a little plant. Even though it's small, it came with nice roots. So this one should be able to sustain fruit if it were to fruit. So this one's only, let's say from there to there, it's only about 6 feet apart. So that's plenty close enough to get cross-pollination. Hopefully the insects will do their job, and do the cross-pollination of my jujubes. Because hopefully I'll make a video when I have fruit to do a taste test of these 2 varieties. So, like I said, always try to have more than one variety of trees so you can get good cross-pollination. Hopefully you get a good crop every time. So, there you go, my friends, from Patio Frutal. Like, share, and subscribe, and I wish you have a good evening. Take care.